Do you really think you own your cat? Or what if I told you the real boss in your house isn't you at all? Most of us think we adopt a cat, but the truth is, the cat usually adopts the human. In this video, we're revealing 20, often subtle and sometimes hilarious, signs that your cat considers you their personal, adored, but undeniable property. And trust us, after watching this, you'll look at your little furry tyrant with completely new eyes, ready to find out who the real boss of the house is? Let's dive in. Before we start listing the signs, let's clarify one crucial point. When we talk about property in the feline world, we don't mean the same thing humans do. To a cat, you aren't an object. You're a key element of their territory, the most important, warmest and safest resource available. Cats are highly territorial, and everything in their domain must smell like them, obey their rules, and follow their schedule. Therefore, when your cat lays claim to you, it's not an act of human-style dominance. It's actually the highest form of trust and affection. It's their way of saying, "You are mine, you are safe, and I will take care of you." So, now that we've cleared up the terminology, let's jump right into the first and arguably sweetest sign of your complete enslavement. Okay, the first sign we need to talk about is headbutting, or what we scientifically call bunting. When your cat approaches you and starts relentlessly rubbing her face, her cheeks, or even her forehead against you, know that this is way more than just a demand for cuddles. Cats have special scent glands located right on their heads that release pheromones. Through this action, she is literally leaving her own signature scent on you. In the feline world, this is their way of staking a claim, an undeniable declaration that says, "This is mine." She's mixing her unique scent with yours, creating a shared family aroma. This scent profile actually calms her down, and it signals to every other cat in the neighbourhood that this human is officially taken. So, if you happen to pet another cat outside, and your own cat comes home, gives you a rigorous sniff, and then immediately starts rubbing on you again, she's not jealous. She's simply updating her boundary markers, effectively wiping away the foreign smell and reasserting her rightful status as your owner. This is a fundamental way for your cat to organise her world and clearly define that you belong to her pride, her clan, her family. Next up on our list is the famous feline phenomenon known as kneading, or as some call it, making biscuits. While many people see this as just a cute quirk, it's actually a deeply rooted instinct. This reflex dates back to kittenhood, when the young cats massage their mother's belly to stimulate the flow of milk. When an adult cat does this on your lap, they are returning to a state of ultimate comfort, security, and bliss. They are essentially telling you that they feel as safe and loved with you as they did with their mother. But there's also an element of ownership involved. As your cat rhythmically moves their paws, they activate scent glands located in the pads, leaving behind another fresh dose of their unique scent on you. It's a dual message. First, I completely trust and love you, and second, you are my source of comfort and I'm marking you so everyone knows. So, even if their claws are digging directly into your thigh, suffer through it. You've just been designated the supreme source of happiness and security in the feline universe. But what about those gifts? If your cat has ever presented you with a dead mouse, a bird, or even a giant beetle, don't immediately shriek in terror. Accept this offering with dignity, because it is actually a sign of the highest honour. There are a few different theories as to why they do this. The first and most widely accepted one suggests your cat thinks you're a terrible hunter. She sees that you fail to bring home any kills, and as a caring member of the family, she shares her catch with you so you don't starve. The second theory suggests she brings her kill to the safest place available, her den, her family, which of course means you. In either case, the core meaning is the same. She views you as part of her pride, her immediate family, and someone who needs protection. She isn't just showing off her masterful hunting skills, she is investing her resources in you, confirming your status as a vital and indispensable part of her life. This is the ultimate act of caring, and a clear declaration that you belong. The fourth sign is when your cat sleeps right on top of you. You might think, so what? But for a cat, choosing a resting spot is a critical matter of survival. When they sleep, they are at their most vulnerable. When a cat chooses your chest, your stomach, or your legs as their personal bed, they are demonstrating absolute, unconditional trust. You are literally their safety guarantee. But there's more to it than just safety. By lying on you, she's not just getting warm, she's staking her claim. You are a warm, comfortable, and, most importantly, the safest part of her territory. She is literally occupying you for the duration of her nap. Plus, your steady breathing and rhythmic heartbeat have a profoundly calming effect on her. She envelops herself in your scent and warmth, maximizing her feeling of security. So, next time you wake up pinned down by the weight of a fluffy creature, remember this: you are not just a pillow. You are the most secure refuge and the most valuable personal heating pad in the world, and you belong exclusively to that cat. Number 5. She follows you absolutely everywhere. You head to the kitchen, she's right behind you. You sit down on the couch, and bam, she's instantly there. Even when you head to the bathroom or the toilet, a pair of curious eyes is already watching you from under the door, or she's actively trying to squeeze her way inside. This isn't just curiosity or wanting affection. This is an inspection. Your cat is managing her territory, and you are the most valuable asset in it. She needs to know your exact location, what activities you're engaged in, and if all is well with her possessions. To a cat, a closed door is a personal affront. How dare a part of her domain suddenly become off-limits for immediate review? She has to ensure that you are not in danger behind that door, and equally important, that you aren't doing anything that might disrupt the established order she worked so hard to maintain. So her constant presence isn't true clinginess, it's just the essential job of a security manager for her territory and its key assets. Now let's talk about the gaze. Have you ever noticed your cat looking right at you and then slowly blinking? In the world of feline communication, this is famously known as the cat kiss. For most animals, a direct, sustained stare is a sign of aggression. However, when a cat slowly closes her eyes in your presence, she is signaling that she's completely relaxed and perceives no threat. This is her way of showing absolute trust. It is a profound gesture of peace and deep affection. When you blink back, you're speaking her language, confirming that the feeling is mutual. This isn't merely a sign of ownership. It's a profound recognition that you belong in her innermost circle of trust. She views you as an equal, a reliable partner with whom she can finally let her guard down. In the feline world, to grant someone that level of trust is to recognize them as hers, a vital part of her safe zone, something she will protect and cherish. Sign number 7, the tail wrap. When your cat walks by and wraps its tail around your leg or arm, that's the feline equivalent of a hug or holding hands. It's a very intimate and friendly gesture. The tail is a crucial communication tool, and using it this way signals deep affection and loyalty. Like many other gestures, this is also a way to exchange scents. She leaves her fragrance on you, and you leave yours on her, strengthening that shared family aura. This fleeting contact is a quick way to check in, confirm the bond, and reaffirm your connection without stopping whatever you're doing. It's like a quick, whispered reassurance on the go. Hey, I'm here, you're mine, everything is okay. It's a subtle yet incredibly meaningful reminder that you constitute a single unit, a unified social group where everyone belongs. The 8th point is the belly display. When a cat rolls onto its back and shows you its abdomen, that is the ultimate gesture of trust. The belly is the cat's most vulnerable area, protecting all of its vital organs. By exposing it, the cat is essentially saying, I trust you enough to leave my most precious assets completely unprotected. However, there's a crucial catch. Often, this is an invitation just to look, not to touch or pet. Too many owners make the mistake of immediately trying to rub that fluffy tummy, resulting in a defensive flurry of claws and teeth. For the cat, this is a passive demonstration of comfort and safety. It shows that in your presence, it can totally let its guard down. It's a sure sign that you have created an absolutely secure environment for her. And who is capable of creating such an environment? Only a full, reliable and trusted member of her world. Someone almost as important as she is. You are the ultimate guarantor of her peace of mind. The 9th sign is when your cat grooms you. When your cat starts washing your hair or skin with their rough tongue, they are caring for you just like they would a kitten or another member of their social group. This process is scientifically known as allogrooming or social grooming. In the wild, cats groom one another to strengthen social bonds and create a shared group scent. When your cat grooms you, they are doing exactly the same thing. They're not just cleaning you up to their own meticulous feline standards. They are coating you with their own powerful scent, their saliva. This is another potent way of marking their territory and claiming you. It's essentially them saying, "You are a member of my family, and you need to smell like me." It is an act of deep care, but also simultaneous ownership. Don't be surprised, however, if immediately afterward they start vigorously grooming themselves. They need to wash off your incorrect human smell. That's just the circle of scent marking. Let's move on to number 10, the quintessential classic, the leg rub. You walk in, unlock the door, and immediately your cat is there, persistently twining itself between your ankles, rubbing its whole body, from the tip of its head right down to its tail, against your shins. This is definitely a welcome ritual, but far more importantly, it's a remarking ritual. While you were gone, you picked up an unacceptable collection of foreign, unfamiliar smells, and in the cat's world that simply won't do. You need to smell like home. You need to smell like her. So she gets to work immediately, vigorously wiping away those strange perfumes and generously applying her own signature scent. She is restoring the status quo, effectively bringing you back into the family fold. This is her way of saying, in no uncertain terms, "Finally, you're home. Now you smell correct again. Welcome back to my territory." So while you might think it's just a heartfelt expression of joy, rest assured it's also highly effective. Four-pawed border patrol. Point number 11. Your cat is guarding you. Have you ever noticed that when you're feeling under the weather or sick, your cat won't leave your side? They might lie right next to you, purr softly, or just watch you intently. This isn't some mystical phenomenon. It's simply the way they show concern for an important member of their pride. Cats are highly sensitive to subtle changes in your behaviour, scent, and even your body temperature. When you are vulnerable, their instinct tells them to stick close, protecting you from any potential threats. The exact same dynamic happens when you have visitors. Your cat might position itself right next to you, or even wedge itself between you and the guest, essentially controlling the scene. She is monitoring the outsider in her territory and protecting her most valuable resource, you. This behaviour is proof that you are far more to her than just a provider of food. You are an object worth cherishing and defending. The 12th sign is the demanding meow. Here's an interesting fact. Adult cats almost never meow to communicate with other cats. They developed this specific sound almost exclusively for communicating with humans, and they quickly figured out that this was an incredibly effective tool for managing us. When your cat comes over and starts meowing persistently while staring right into your eyes, it's not asking for something, it's demanding it. It's instructing you that it's time to be fed, clean the litter box, play with her, or open the door. She views you as the hired help, service staff who must immediately satisfy her needs. She knows you control the resources, and she uses her impressive vocal talents to compel you to hand those resources over. This is not a negotiation between equals. This is an order coming directly from a manager to their subordinate. Number 13 on the list of deeply infuriating cat behaviours is the classic path blockage. You are just about to leave a room, and your cat dramatically flops down right in the middle of the doorway. You try to step over her, and she absolutely refuses to budge. Alternatively, you might be working intently on your computer, only for her to suddenly settle herself squarely in front of the monitor. This isn't accidental. This is a deliberate act of control. The cat is deciding exactly when and where you can move, and what deserves your undivided attention. By lying in your path, she is essentially saying, "You are not going anywhere until I give the official clearance." Or perhaps, "Your focus is now officially diverted to me." It's her way of forcibly redirecting your attention, a blatant physical reminder of who is in charge and who sets the house rules. She physically obstructs your route to ensure her point is delivered as clearly and as inconveniently as possible. Your schedule and all future plans must first be approved by Her Majesty. The next behaviour we're looking at is the classic spot stealing. You hop up from your warm chair for literally a minute, only to return and find your cat perfectly curled up in your exact spot. Sound familiar? It's not just the warmth though. It also smells like you. By settling into your spot, your cat is basically bathing itself in your scent, which provides an instant hit of comfort and security. But at the same time, this is a clear act of ownership. She's essentially saying, "This spot smells like my favourite person, which means it's the best spot, and now it's mine." By mixing her scent with yours, she's reinforcing that this is their shared territory. This is a subtle yet powerful display of dominance, staking a claim on the best, safest and most you-flavoured real estate in the house. Your favourite armchair is prime real estate, and she just successfully foreclosed on it. Item number 15, a challenge familiar to everyone who works from home. Your cat is interfering with your work. They sprawl across the laptop keyboard, plop down on crucial documents, or rub against your monitor screen. It might feel like they're doing it purely out of spite, but the logic is actually quite simple. In the cat's view, that glowing rectangle, the laptop, or those rustling sheets of paper, the documents, are direct competition for your attention. You are dedicating time to them that rightfully belongs to the cat. Therefore, they attempt to eliminate the rival in the most effective way possible, by physically blocking it. By lying across the keyboard, they are not just demanding attention, they are literally saying, "Stop looking at that junk. Look at me. I'm more important." They are redirecting your valuable resources, your attention, your hands for petting, away from the inanimate object and back onto themselves, the true master of your schedule. Sign number 16, the gentle nibble, often called a love bite. Sometimes, while you're petting your cat, they might suddenly give your hand a slight nip. This can be confusing, but rest assured, these little nips are usually not an act of aggression. More often than not, it's a sign of overstimulation. You're petting them, they absolutely love it, but the emotions simply overflow, and they don't know how else to express that intensity. It's similar to how kittens interact when they play fight and gently chew on each other. However, sometimes it serves as a controlling gesture. With a soft nip, your cat might be communicating, "That's enough petting for now," or "Pet me here, not there." It's their way of setting boundaries and maintaining control over your interaction. They allow you to touch them, but strictly on their terms. Consider it just another gentle reminder of who truly runs the show. Point 17, jealousy. Believe it or not, cats can absolutely get jealous. If you're petting another cat, absorbed in a phone call, or giving your laptop way too much attention, your cat might start behaving very demonstratively. They might wedge themselves right between you and the object of your attention, start meowing loudly and insistently, or even resort to hissing at the competition. They are essentially fighting for a vital resource, your undivided attention. From their point of view, every minute of your time and every bit of your affection should belong exclusively to them. The appearance of a rival, be it another animal or even just an inanimate object, is a serious threat to their status and comfort. They immediately spring into action to eliminate that threat and redirect your attention back where it rightfully belongs, squarely onto them. This is a clear manifestation of their deep possessiveness over your time and affection. The 18th sign is that your cat insists on inspecting everything you do. You are preparing a meal, she'll perch on the counter, watching your every move. You make the bed, she immediately jumps up to help, tackling the sheets or chasing the blanket. You unpack the groceries, every single bag must be thoroughly inspected, climbed into and sniffed. This isn't mere curiosity. This is quality control and territorial oversight. Any changes to her domain require her immediate approval. New items, like those groceries, must be checked for safety and then properly scent marked. Your activities, whether cooking or cleaning, must be carried out under her vigilant supervision to ensure you are following the rules and maintaining established order. She is the general manager of this household, and no major event can proceed without her final sign-off. The 19th item on our list, the second to last, is when she actively guides you toward the food bowl. At first glance, this might seem like a simple plea for a meal, but let's look at it differently. The cat isn't just sitting around waiting patiently. She is actively managing you. She approaches, meows, makes intense eye contact, and then proceeds toward the kitchen, glancing back to ensure you are following her command. This isn't a request, it's an instruction. She doesn't rely on the hope that you'll figure it out. She steers you directly to the objective. She views you purely as a utility for achieving her desire, as her personal hands capable of opening that can of food. She is the mastermind of the operation, and you are the executor. This demonstrates a profound understanding of cause and effect. If the human is led to the bowl will be filled. It's an intelligent and highly effective method of managing her primary resource. The 20th and final sign is simple: insistence on routine. Cats are creatures of habit, plain and simple. They need a rigid, predictable daily schedule to function, and they make damn sure you stick to it. Breakfast must be served exactly at 6 a.m, even on a weekend. Playtime is strictly 7 p.m. sharp, and lights out after 10. If you dare to deviate from this schedule, your cat will absolutely let you know. She'll wake you up at dawn, demand games at sundown, and give you that heavily reproachful stare if you stay up past curfew. This precise structure gives her a crucial sense of security and control over her own life. And here's the kicker: you are a key component of that structure. By forcing you to conform to her timing, she ensures her world remains predictable and stable. You don't just follow her rules, you mar the rules. Your entire existence is built into her perfect world as an essential yet distinctly subordinate element. So there you have it. These are our beloved furry dictators. As you can see, almost every action we interpret as affection or just a simple quirk is, in reality, a subtle and calculated act of ownership. They mark us with their scent, control where we move, train us into the proper daily routine, and even share their spoils with us. But here's the most amazing thing about all of this. Being owned by a cat isn't slavery. It's an enormous honour. It means you've passed the most rigorous selection process and were deemed worthy of being the centre of their universe. She chose you to share her territory, her warmth, and her life. This is the highest form of feline compliment. So the next time your cat settles down on your keyboard right in the middle of your workday, don't get angry. Just realise this: he's not interrupting your work. He's simply managing his most valuable asset. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. If you recognise your own pet in these behaviours, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new and interesting facts about the animal kingdom. Now for the main question: which of these 20 traits is the most prominent in your cat? Or maybe your feline overlord has their own unique way of showing who truly rules the house. Share your story in the comments below. I'm really looking forward to reading them.